Hello everyone, and welcome to my Iron Dragon Slayer guide. Although Iron Dragons may not be that hard, if you don't bring the proper gear and equipment, you may have a difficult time. Magic and range are very common ways in order to kill these monsters. However, you definitely can use melee with a Zamorakian Hasta or any other very powerful stab weapon. Personally, I use magic, and that's what I'm going to be using in this video, but you definitely can use the other styles if you have the gear and you really want to do it in those ways. The locations that you can kill these in are the Brimhaven Dungeon or the Catacombs of Krend, though in this video I'm only going to be showing the Catacombs of Krend because Brimhaven isn't as good in my opinion. Even though the Iron Dragons in the Catacombs of Krend are a little bit more dangerous due to their higher combat level, higher hit points, and higher damage dealing attacks, but you're going to be awarded with more Slayer experience per kill, making it a little bit more viable in my opinion. The Iron Dragons in Brimhaven will give you 173 Slayer experience, while the ones in the Catacombs of Krend will give you 205. The inventory and gear that I recommend bringing are definitely an Expeditious Bracelet if you don't like this task. However, if you do like it, you could definitely use a Bracelet of Slaughter or Barrow's Gloves. You want to have an Anti-Fire Potion or a Super Anti-Fire if you have that one. And you also want to have a couple pieces of food just in case you get hit by a few of the melee attacks. You don't really need prayer because you're not going to be in melee distance unless you are meleeing. But if you're using magic, you don't need a prayer potion. Just maybe 2 or 3 food and a teleport out. Maybe a house teleport tap so you can heal your prayer or your HP at your home. As for worn equipment, if you're maging, you're going to want a Trident of the Seas, but you can definitely use an Ivan Staff if you don't have one, if you're an Iron Man or something like that. You're going to have an Anti-Dragon Shield or a Dragon Fire Shield. You're going to have maybe a Blessing if you are going to pray, but if you're not going to pray, you don't really need that. In this video, I do have it, but you don't necessarily need it. A Glory or a Fury or anything better would definitely be good. A Colt if you have one. You want to have a Slayer Helm if you're on task, which you probably will be. Full Mystic or better. Maybe Arums if you have it. It doesn't really matter though. Mystic works perfectly fine. A Cape, anything really. I just use a Skill Cape because on my Hardcore, which is what I'm using for this video, I don't actually have the Wilderness Capes because again, I'm a Hardcore and I haven't really bothered going into the Wilderness to get them. And like I said, an Expeditious Bracelet, and I have a Ring of Life on because I'm a Hardcore, but if you don't, if you're not a Hardcore or something, you can use like a different ring for magic. To get to the Catacombs of Krend, you're going to want to have the spellbook unlocked and the spell, which you can both get at the library on Arceus, and if you don't have that unlocked, you can go to the player-owned house world and just use someone else's house, and they will have a portal in it, and you can just use that. Alternatively, then you're gonna have to run there from like the house portal or something like that. But you can get there. It's pretty easy and straightforward. Most of you probably already know how to get there, but I show on screen how to get there if you use the portal in someone's house. Now, are these worth killing, and should I be blocking or canceling this task? Well, first of all, you should not be blocking this task as they don't have a high enough weight, in my opinion, to be worth that. Plus, they're very easy to kill. Like, Steel Dragons take a little bit more time and a little bit more effort to kill than Iron Dragons, so maybe they would be kind of worth blocking if you don't like either of the tasks. But Iron Dragons are kind of worth doing if you have a Trident, especially because you do a lot more damage than you would on a Steel Dragon. They also have decent drops, especially for an Iron Man account. Like, you can get Dragon Plate Skirt, Dragon Plate Legs, especially if you don't have those already. There's some Alkables, some Adamant items, and a few Rune items that you can also get. And Dragon Bones are always good for an Iron Man account too. If you're a main account, you're going to want to do them because they're easy to kill and you're going to want them for the fast points, especially if you don't get a huge amount. If you get a lot of them, then probably blocking them or canceling them might be more worthwhile to you. But if you're only going to get like between 10 to 20, which I believe you actually get like 20 pretty commonly, then maybe not so worth doing, but it's hard to say. I personally do them because on my Hardcore I really want the points, but it's really up to you. But especially if you're an Iron Man, one item that a lot of people do go for is the Runite Limbs. Runite Limbs are used to create the Runite Crossbow, which is very good for our low-level Iron Man accounts. So if you don't have those yet, it's definitely worth doing them to get the Runite Limbs. And if you already have the Runite Limbs, they're a 10k elk, which is pretty nice. They're a 1 in 25 drop, which is pretty common actually. I thought they were a lot rarer than that, so that's pretty nice. And then there's a lot of other items you can get, like Blood Rune drops, which are pretty useful for Iron Man accounts, and Rune Mid-Helms and stuff like that. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped, and I hope you enjoy it. If you did, please give this video a like and hit the subscribe button for more content like this. I'm going to let the video just continue for another couple seconds, and you can just kind of watch the rest of the video I have recorded, but other than that, that's going to be the rest of the commentary. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.